Hi, this video is for the sophomores for their fourth quiz in Unit 1 or 1.2.3 in technical writing. And in this, for this quiz, you need to know about what makes good, clear technical writing. Technical writing isn't supposed to be flowery. It's supposed to be to the point and logical. It needs to be clear and organized. The purpose of technical writing is to explain something, to explain a topic in a way that makes it easy to understand. So when you do that, you need to explain what it is that you're explaining in a straightforward way. You don't use more words than needed, and you want to write in reasonably simple sentences as often as possible. The quiz, as you're studying for the quiz, you need to know about clauses in sentences. A clause is a group of words where you have a subject and a predicate, or a subject doing a verb, like the dog barked. That's a clause, but it's also a complete sentence. It's an independent clause, meaning a clause that can stand by itself in a sentence. But a clause can also be what's called a dependent clause, which is a clause that can't stand alone, like when the dog barked. It can't stand alone as its own sentence. When the dog barked, I woke up. That's a complete sentence. But it's got two clauses together. When the dog barked, which is a dependent clause, which couldn't stand alone without another thought following it, and then I woke up. And you want to use when you're creating technical writing, you want to use simple sentences as much as possible. Now, you might need to have some complex sentences, and that's fine, but keep them to a minimum. It's also going to want you to know about concrete words. In technical writing, you need to use concrete words as much as possible. Avoid abstract ideas, because those can cloud up what you're trying to say. And we've talked about abstract nouns and concrete nouns before in class, but I'll just go over it again a little bit to help you with this quiz. So something that's concrete is something that you can observe with your five senses. Like this pen, for example, is concrete. I can see it. It exists in reality. It's made of matter. Abstract is more difficult to define, because they're things that are not observable with your five senses, like love, for example, or other ideas and emotions like that. So you want to use concrete words as much as possible. Again, the purpose of technical writing isn't to be flowery and pretty. It's to explain something in a way that your reader can understand it. And so that's why concrete words are important in simple sentences. You want to keep your writing concise, which means to the point. Don't use any words you don't need. Well, thank you so much. Hello. So anyway, Alex was here. So anyway, where was I? So you want to keep your writing simple. Don't use more words than you need to. And also organization. Part of communicating effectively in any sort of writing, especially in technical writing, you want to have good organization. If you're giving step-by-step instructions, for example, it's possibly a good idea to use a bulleted list of like step-by-step instructions from here to here to here. Also tone. Your tone as a writer, depending on what it is you're writing, your tone can be personable. You can be yourself, but always, 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 and especially in technical writing, you want to be clear. Clear, simple sentences, concrete language. You want to be organized, and you want to have an appropriate tone for what you're writing, and remember clarity, like I said, which I believe I said, which is keeping your words in a way that is easy for your audience to understand. And that will hopefully help you with your fourth quiz for Unit 1, which is in the second section of Unit 1, which is quiz 1.2.3.